How you guys doing out there? It's me, your boy, Mr. Smooth, here to give you the best officiating and sports content YouTube has to offer. There was a big game yesterday in Cleveland. It ended with a tremendous block shot and the buzzer beater. Well, instead of me talking about it, let me just go ahead and show you guys what happened.
Here comes Victor Oladipo. Got the angle, gets his eyes splattered by LeBron James. He decompressed it with 3 seconds left.
He had the steps, but he didn't have LeBron.
A mini version of the famous block in NBA history. Similar scenario, just didn't have to go 94 feet to get it.
Yep, and Oladipo 0 for 9 from the field.
Standing up, including the Cavaliers fans right in front of him. Jeff Green to trigger it. Screen set for LeBron James. Going to work, fires, leaning. DeMartin! Away goal! Walk-off, playoff winner!
So that's what happened. A block shot, a game winner. Now Cleveland is going back to Indiana with a good 3-2 lead, looking to advance to the second round. But there was a lot of talk about the block shot, and well, you know, as an official, being who I am, Mr. Smooth, representing TMOBA right here, I want to go ahead and just break down a little bit about the rules and why the NBA is having a hard time trying to educate the players, fans, and coaches about this rule so they could get a better understanding. As you know me, I'm always looking to introduce the world of officiating to people who are affected by it but don't know anything about it. So one thing as officials, is important to read the rules in the rule book. Yes, I know a lot of you guys out there who play basketball, coach basketball, you haven't read the rule book. How do you play a game and not read the rule book? It's like playing Monopoly and you ain't even read the rules. So with that said, I'm going to transition to a different scene, which will let me show you guys the rule book. So with that said, I'm going to bring up the rule in question right here. Let me see if you guys can see it. I'll make it a little bit bigger, see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Let me go ahead and take myself off. So this is the rule about goaltending and basket interference, as you can see. But I want to focus in on letter C and letter D. Letter D says during a field goal attempt. Well, let me read the whole rule. It says, I'm going to start from letter A. Touch the ball or basket ring when the ball is using the basket ring as its lower base, or hang on the rim while the ball is passing through. And there are certain exceptions. So on those exceptions, we're going to focus on letter C and letter D. During a field goal attempt, touch a ball which has a chance to score after it has touched any part of the backboard above ring level, whether the ball is considered on its upward or downward flight. Then we focus in on letter D. During a field goal attempt, touch a ball which has a chance to score after it has touched the backboard below ring level and while the ball is on its upward flight. So as you can see by reading of the rule, there are certain exceptions where the ball can hit the backboard and a defensive player can legally block it. So with that said, I'm gonna focus back in on the game. This time we're gonna watch it from a different perspective. As you guys can see, I'm able to bring you this broadcast on the open broadcast system or open broadcast software, so it allows me to do a lot of different things. So I'm going to try and play the replay. Then we'll play it again. Now, when the ball hits, we can clearly see that the ball is below the ring level. So in order for LeBron James to legally block it, he has to block the shot while the ball is not on this upward flight. So if it's even or if it's going down, then we have a legally blocked shot. So we're going to play it to see what happens. Now you can make the argument it's on this upward flight, so it is goaltending, but in my opinion, from this replay, and since I can't super slow-mo it, you really can't tell if the ball is on the upward flight or if it's not going upward. But, however, it's important for the NBA in their 2-minute report to cite the rules specifically so players, coaches, and fans can better understand the rules. Because what's happening is people are using playground rules and expect those playground rules to be officiated. So, like I said, if you play Monopoly, there's certain house rules that are different from house to house, and it gets to a lot of arguing. People start fighting over the game of Monopoly. Well, in this situation, as you can see, players are now starting to fight referees over rules and how the game is called, and they don't have a complete understanding on how the game is called. So it's very important that officials, whether you're at the high school, college, or the professional level, to communicate to the players and the coaches on the rules. So it's important that the players and coaches read a rule book. It's not hard to pick up a book and read it. So with that said, I'm going to take a short little break. This is a real short little break. I want to point this out. 2018 Spring Youth Basketball League, Bushrod Recreation Center. If you're a young kid, 3rd to 8th grade, and you want to play basketball, here's the numbers and a couple of names to contact. We got George Henderson. We got his number there. This league starts April 14th to June 16th. Also, this league will be used for training referees. So if you're interested in becoming an official, contact Will Smith. His number is here. And also, his email address is right here. And so is mine, Mr. Smooth 66 at yahoo.com. So if you're interested in becoming official, want to make some money, maybe learn a different profession, well, here's your opportunity. But with that said, now we're going to listen to what some of the players had to say. So we're going to focus on let's listen to Victor Oladipo, since he was the player that got his shot blocked.
I'm Shree Bose, and I am a medical student. I was 15, and my grandfather passed away of cancer. I wanted to start doing cancer research. I think science can be an incredible force for good. This Windows 10 PC is great. It's really cool to have these 3D visualizations. You can see the cell's membranes. Half of science is about convincing the world that what you're working on matters. I want to be making the discoveries that help people live better lives.
Hi, Victor. Ken Miller with the Call and Post newspaper. I want to ask you about the last 2 possessions of the game.
Okay.
One, when you, can you just explain how that unfolded, and then what happened in terms of the defense scheme that you guys had set up for LeBron?
Talking about at the end of the play, at the end of the game?
Yeah. First, your last possession, when you had an opportunity to take the lead. And was that a goaltend or was that a good shot block?
Well, first off, try to hold it, as long as we could in that possession. LeBron was ready to pre-switch. If he didn't switch, he was about to come double. So we came and set a screen. He switched on to me. I got a step on him. Felt like I even got grabbed on the way to the rim. I tried to shoot a layup. It hit the backboard. Then he blocked it. There's replays I guess you guys can see. I guess it's a tough play at the time for him, but it was a goaltend.
So now the slight problem I have with Victor Oladipo. The first question I will ask him, Mr. Oladipo, have you read the NBA rulebook? And if he can answer yes or no, then we can ask him, well, Victor, you think it's a goaltending? Can you tell us what is a goaltending by the rules that are written? Because that's how the officials are calling the game. And maybe he'll be able to tell us, maybe he won't, but I believe you. But I believe that if you gave these players the same test that the officials are getting, I will bet my check that they will get less than 50%, but that's just me. But you can see Victor, he felt he got fouled. I mean, LeBron James, there was a little contact on the arm, but was it enough for a foul? Well, it's all judgment. But now, instead of listening to Victor Oladipo, I want to show you guys what the NBA said in regards to the call. Because they have their 2-minute report, and you know, they use their 2-minute report to try to hold officials accountable for mistakes and be transparent, which is great. Let's see if it'll load on me. Thank you. So here's the 2-minute report, and I want to focus in on Joe. I'm going to call him Joe B because I don't want to butcher his last name. Let's see if it'll let me slide down. Let me slide back up. Why is it doing that? Okay. So Joe Borgia, I'm going to call him Joe B, the NBA Senior Vice President of Replay and Referees Operations, told NBA TV on Wednesday night that the play was not reviewable because goaltending was not called on the court. So in order for officials to review it, they have to make a call. Since they didn't make a call, well, they can't review it. Maybe they'll change that rule in the off season. Maybe they won't. And super slow motion. That's the thing about super slow motion. See, when you're able to sit on your chair at home on your nice high definition TV without players in front of you in super slow motion, you'll be a great official. In super slow motion, you'll just see the ball hit the glass, maybe come off an inch, and that's when LeBron got to it. Joe B said, like I said, once the ball touches the backboard, defenders cannot touch it, and unfortunately James did. Well, that comment, I disagree with Joe B, because he says defenders cannot. He says once the ball touches the backboard, defenders cannot touch it. Well, if I go back to our trusty rule book, it'll give certain situations where you can touch it, such as if the ball is below ring level, hit the backboard, and it's not on its upward flight, then you can. So I believe there's certain situations where you can touch the backboard. But that's neither here nor there that the call was made or the call wasn't made. LeBron James hit the shot to win the game, so it's all a moot point. But it's important that as officials and as players that we get in our rule books. So before I close out, I just want to thank you guys for watching the stream. I want to thank you guys for all the support that you gave TMOBA. I want to thank you all for donating. If you want to check out our social medias, they're in the descriptions on the bottom. You'll see our Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. Be sure to check us out. Click on the donation link. We use all the funds to help out young referees, buying them shirts and whistles. And we can't do that without the help of the community. So we can depend on the community to make the community stronger. well, that will give us a better community. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for watching. It's me, your boy, Mr. Smooth, the Target Destroyer. Peace.